Hey YouTube, this is Blackheart72 here. This is going to be the third and final part of my Making Tiny Knives series, and these are the completed fireworms that you're looking at here. This is Fireworm Number One. This is the first one that I forged. As you recall, it had a very long tang on it, and rather than cut off that excess material and basically waste the steel, I decided to do something different. And I stuck the tang portion into the forge, got it hot, bent it over like this. I'll show you some footage later on in the video of me doing that to make this knuckle guard. Actually feels pretty good in hand. It's really more for style more than for you know, actual protection, but I think it looks kind of cool. And I made a stand up for it. This is something I'm gonna give this to a friend as a gift. I've got a little scabbard in here as well. This is something that he'll use as an EDC knife. Be good for food preparation, maybe a little bit of whittling, as well as a letter opener. But there's that. And then here's my second fireworm. This is the first one that I completed. Polished up the blade and my piece of sandstone. I did that prior to the heat treatment, so I got some cool texturing on the blade here. Sort of gives it an aged look. It came out of a museum or something like that. So it's got a very long blade. I used it for butchering up a squirrel prior to cooking it up to eat it. This is going to be sort of a kitchen and squirrel skinning knife for me. The handle is from old pruning shear, so the grade of wood isn't that as nice as the other knives. This is the third fireworm. This one had the real stout blade and the short tang. You can see the tang only goes to about there. And this is one it took me some time with the file to get that final bevel to the point where it would actually take an edge on the whetstone, so that was quite a bit of work. The wood is Norwegian maple. This is one I really like the way the stain took on this one. The shape of the blade, shape of the handle, make it a very good slicer. And I use this for fleshing some squirrel hides prior to tanning them. And this is also going to be a whittling knife. And speaking of whittling, I did whittle out the handles by hand as well as the stand here. This was Norwegian maple too, but part of the reason it took me so long to post this final video was making the handles. As you can see, I had more than a couple handle attempts, but I got it eventually. I got better as I went along, so practice makes perfect basically. But so here they are, the final fireworms. I'll roll in some footage of the quenching and some other stuff I did with them. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and for the likes and favorites and all that. So stay tuned, I'm going to be making some more knives. Thanks for watching. Alright, well today I'm going to do the heat treatment for my fireworm knives. This is knife number 1 that I forged. This is knife number 3. You saw me do the file work on knife number 1 there. Number 3, I just did a Scandinavian grind. Came out pretty well, nice tip there. So I'm going to get the forge going, and I'm going to quench these bad boys, so stay tuned. Okay, so I've got my third fireworm heating up in the forge right now. And once that gets hot enough where it becomes demagnetized, I'm going to quench it in the corn oil. Alright, well here are the two fireworms after the quench. On this one you can actually sort of see a quench line there. That's that darker bit right there. So next thing I'm going to do is put these guys in the oven to temper them. I'm going to do a triple temper at 375 degrees, leave them in there for about an hour. Take them out, let them cool down to room temperature, put them back in again for another hour, and do that process total 3 times. And then I'm going to clean them up, put the final edge on them, and they should be good to go. I forget who it was who suggested that I could cook on the forge, but that's a good idea. That's my yearling buck on the forge right now. Looks pretty tasty.
Alrighty.